Hello, and welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. Today, we're going to take a look at three beers from a brewery which has been around for a long time, but which we don't often see in the part of Japan where I live, which is the central part of Japan, western Japan, and Osaka area. And that brewery is Aqula. And Aqula is a brewery in Iwate, and which is way up in northern Japan. And they started in 1997, so they've been around for many years, almost 25 years. And on Rate Beer they have 82 different beers listed. Untapped has 142. And I think that's probably a bit excessive, but who knows? Untapped often tends to have duplicates of beers. But on Untapped, their average rating is 3.58 out of 5. So Aquila generally has 5 regular beers and 20 plus seasonals. They make a lot of different beers. They don't get around as much as they used to in Japan, but occasionally their winter special called Schokoladen, winter Bock, 7.5% beer, which is just a very nice beer. Makes its way down through the chain to the supermarkets and liquor stores here. Recently the Yamaya liquor store chain has gotten in 3 of their new, very new beers, and we'll look at 3 of them in turn. And the first one that we're going to look at is this one. It's called Aqula Sakura Yeast Beer. And so what it says is Sakura Kobo Beer. And it is classified as a Pilsner and 5%. And it supposedly was made with yeast collected from cherry trees in a place called Futatsui Machi in Akita Prefecture. And so we'll see how this goes. On Rate Beer, this one has only 2 ratings, and that is at average of 2.45 out of 5, pretty low. And Untapped, 88 ratings at 3.47, quite a bit higher. So we'll see how this goes. So this kind of could be considered maybe a kind of wild or something, but we'll see. Let's give it a go, shall we? One thing you may not notice this, but this is the kind of cap which has been made for breweries for 20-25 years in Japan. So a lot of new breweries, before they get started, would use this cap, and it says something like selected malt, specially brewed with selected malt. And for me, it's kind of a sign that the brewery hasn't taken enough time and attention to make their own product, So, and I mean, I'm not talking about the beer, of course, but their own cap. So, some breweries that are smaller or less established have used this cap over the years, and I'm kind of surprised to see Aquila still using that same cap. Okay, let's give this one a go. Okay, it is a very slightly hazy golden straw with some kind of like little frog's eggs, bubbles clinging to the side, and a half a finger of white foam. It's almost completely transparent, but just slight haziness. Okay, I'm getting something like apples right away. Big fruitiness. Apples, peach for sure. Something lightly overdone, perfumey. Drink by date is June, so we're a couple months away from that. Okay, it's quite fruity. Certainly for a Pilsner, very, very fruity. Flavor very similar, fruity, but kind of a little bit off-putting, touch sour. Very light bitterness. Seems like this beer never really kind of attenuated some kind of bitterness, but it doesn't work at all. Yeah, this is unfortunate. So Sakura yeast, I'm sure they used other yeast as well, but yeast from a cherry tree, or cherry trees, collected from cherry trees. Doesn't seem to have really done much for this beer. You know, wild yeast beers can be hit or miss. When they're done really well, like say DeGard in Oregon, you know, they're just astounding. But this is not. Interesting experiment. I hope they decide not to do it again. But in any case, I don't think I could rate this very, very highly. I'd probably give it close to something like 2.5, 2.6 out of 5. Close to what the two beer ratings are already. Yeah. So once again, this is called Aqula Sakura yeast beer, Sakura Kobo, Pilsner, 5%, and you may see this around in the Yamaya stores. And if you want to give it a try, go ahead. Tell me what you think. Tell me if I am wrong, and please subscribe to the channel and let me know what you think about these beers or other Aqula beers you've had, and hope to hear from you. Okay, take care. Bye bye.